Am I the asshole for encouraging my mom not to take care of my dad's affair child if she did not want to? My dad cheated on mom for years. During his affair he let me down many times too. He'd plan stuff with me, and if his affair partner was in town or available, he'd drop me without a word. So when the truth came out, I was pissed as hell with him. My younger sister was more forgiving and continued to have a relationship with him. The affair was revealed because she was pregnant. She lost that baby. They ended up getting married and 2 years ago had a child together who I never met. A few months ago they both died in a car crash that claimed 5 people's lives. A social worker contacted me and my sister to see if one of us would take her in. We were left until last because they wanted older bio relatives first. But none of them wanted her. My sister asked if we could raise her together. I said I was not getting involved and told the social worker I would not raise her. My sister, who is only 19, stepped up. There were some things that needed to happen. First, she dropped out of her college classes. She was working during the day and going to college at night, and she needed to move into a 2-bedroom place instead of the 1-bedroom she was in. She also needed to get some background check done. But she passed. She has the child. Now she's having a hard time with child care. She knew I wouldn't say yes, so she asked our mom. Begged our mom. She told mom if she loves her, she'll help her and she'll start opening her heart up to her little sister who is part of her girls. Even if she hates our dad still. My sister laid on a guilt trip to her. Mom said she needed to think. So she called me. Told me she didn't want to do it. That she hates the thought of having that child in her home and caring for her. But she knows it will ruin her relationship with my sister if she doesn't. I told her she shouldn't do it. That she would not be a good fit for one. But she would also be miserable, and while my sister might not hate her, she could end up resenting them both. She agreed with me and told my sister she would not watch her. My sister called and asked if I had anything to do with it. I played dumb and said I didn't know what she meant. She said she knew that was a lie because mom was so close to doing the right thing, and suddenly she's firmly no. She called me a cunt, a bitch, said I was heartless, that one day she'll tell our little sister everything and will make me face up to my rejection of her and my lack of care for her. I told her I owe the child nothing and I would not apologize for telling mom to do what she wants. My sister then said I was cold-hearted and cruel and I don't seem to care about her either. I told her I cannot pretend to give a fuck about the child dad created with his affair partner and that she would rather me stay away. She said it didn't mean I needed to push mom to refuse to help her either. That I was still an ass for that. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. And honestly, I am surprised CPA gave your sister custody considering she is 19. Basically a kid herself. Not blaming your mother in the slightest for not wanting to do anything with the affair child of her ex-husband. Your sister is the one to blame for taking on a kid she wasn't financially ready for. Not the asshole. The only problem I have with your sister asking her mom to babysit was the guilt tripping. She knew her mother was uncomfortable. And she kept pushing. No means no. I also have the feeling that if mom goes through with it, she will eventually be taking care of the child full time. Not the asshole. Younger sister made her choice. Mom has zero moral obligation to an affair kid. It is not in the best interests of this child to be cared for by a woman who does not like her and resents her existence. Your mother made the right choice. It sounds like your sister was really not in a position to take this child. Which is a shame for everyone. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but child services really gave this kid to a 19-year-old college student. Not the asshole. But damn. That poor kid. Your sister was kind to take her in, but trash talking you and your mother won't do the kid any favors. Not the asshole. You didn't push your away from doing the right thing. You told your mom it was okay if to give in to your sister's emotional blackmail. You want nothing to do with the child. You made that abundantly clear to your sister. Your sister is rubbing salt in open wounds for your mom by trying to emotionally blackmail her into helping with a child she wants nothing to do with. Your sister had to know that you and your mother would not magically change your mind about this child. Not the asshole. Your sister is gonna be really slapped back to reality when she's in a relationship or has kids of her own. She's basically forgiven a man who didn't waste any time forgetting his own daughters in exchange for some happy time under the sheets. So what if she poisons her half-sister's mind against you and your mom? Is that supposed to be damaging for you? If anything, she's gonna be the one who will be ostracized. Not the asshole. How on earth did the county let a 19-year-old adopt an orphan that, by doing so, effectively shortchanges her future to clean up dad's affair? Neither the child nor the adoptive parent, who is 19, are best served by this arrangement. Not the asshole. You saved your mother a lot of heartache and resentment. You did do the right thing. Your sister agreed to raise the child knowing how the rest of the family felt about her dad and his new family, so she can figure out how to care for her. A child should not be with people who resent her presence. Your sister needs to come to grips with that fact and understand that it would not be healthy in the long run. Poor kid. Not the asshole. Younger sister had no idea what she was getting into. Now she is regretting it. If your mom has agreed, I can guarantee she would end up being the full-time caregiver. Being related to someone doesn't make you obligated to them. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. But what kind of social services gives a child to a 19-year-old college student? WTF? Sister could have investigated another way to still be in the child's life that wasn't taking full responsibility for her. Especially because, well, she's unable to. Not the asshole. It is absolutely horrible what has happened to that baby. But your mom should not sign up for the pain of taking care of the child of two people who hurt her immensely. Your sister was way out of line with the "if you love me you will." That is narcissistic. You are looking out for your mom. You have no obligation to put this 2-year-old above your mother's well-being. I think you made the right choice, as I do not think your mother should be put through years' worth of pain. Not the asshole. No one had any reason to take that child in, especially your mother, who has been hurt deeply by the existence of that child. Your sister wanted to play the hero and fucked up her future. Instead of resigning on getting her shit together for the kid, she wants to drown you guys with her. Because she knows she bit off more than she can chew, and she's resorted to guilt and manipulation to get the one person she knows could to take care of that child. Not the asshole. You gave your mom support in her choice. You didn't force her to make that choice. Also, your half-sister would be able to pick up on it if your mom resented her. Kids aren't stupid. It's best for your sister to not be around people who will have negative feelings towards her. She and your mom are both innocent parties who are struggling enough. Your mom being pushed into caring for her will only hurt them both more.